Okay, awesome. Good. Welcome to this next session of Office Hours. So there's a couple of updates that we wanted to go through today. As you can see here, the first one is a new app competition that was announced a couple of days ago. Then we're going to get into app permissions and approvals, and then finally share an interesting library app that was released in release 17 of the library for inventory management that I think is quite neat. But to get started with, the first one is June app competition. And Ovi, I think maybe are you done with the integration with the Pro Glove?
No.
No. Oh, I still think you can share it. You know, it doesn't have to be fully connected. Even if you do share it, and you know, as like an idea with the links. But basically, to summarize, we're looking for the most interesting device that has been connected to Tulip. So you know, from torque drivers, scales, to bigger machines, such as EDM, CNC, injection molding machines. Tulip is connected to a wide array of tools around the world, so we're looking for the most interesting one. So for the winner, you can win one of these Edge MCs. Pretty neat little tool to connect to even more devices on your shop floor. So if you want to link the Pro Glove in here, you know, there aren't any entries yet, so you have a good chance of winning.
Yeah, it's only connected by standard as a standard barcode scanner, so I've not used the API yet.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. It's not a problem. Is it how does it interface, by the way, the Pro Glove? Is it USB or Bluetooth?
Well, there is a gateway which is connected by USB, and there is a wireless communication between the gateway and Pro Glove. So the gateway is kind of so small that it can be fit on the portable or a tablet. So
is it a like one of these gateways, like the one of these ones here, IO gateway?
It's Pro Gloves.
Oh, sorry, the Pro Gloves gateway. Okay, got it.
And that is also used to connect to their cloud services.
Oh, is it battery powered, or how does it move around?
No, it's powered by the laptop or the tablet. So, but it works well. It doesn't drain much power. So.
Oh, nice. Well, yeah, if you could share the setup, that would be really interesting to see, kind of the cart moving around.
Yeah, yeah, I can try that.
Yeah, awesome. That'd be great. Thanks, Obi. Okay, cool. Now the next thing that I wanted to go over is app permissions and approvals. Are you familiar with app permissions and approvals?
I have looked into it, but I see that yeah, it would be. I think it's good to look that you can show.
Yeah, for sure. I can show quickly. It's always a little bit hard to demo with just one user, but essentially, and this is done on the app level, you can assign for each individual app within your instance. You can come in here and add permission. So first of all, we'll look at permissions. So permissions is who is allowed to view, edit, publish, or who is the owner of an app. So if you want, you can just come in here, add a permission, select individuals from your instance, and then assign them a permission. So viewer, editor, publisher, and just to be clear, you know, if you have the publisher, they also have these rights here. So it's kind of like a waterfall. You always have the one above. So you know, if you want to come in here, you know, assign. Okay, Gil will now be a viewer, and it's you need to just click this check mark, boom, and there we have it. So this one doesn't actually make much sense because everyone's a viewer by default, so it doesn't. There's no need for this one. But you know, if you want to make Gil a viewer, this, and then here Josh would be the owner, so he can go in and do everything on the app and modify things. And this is quite useful, you know, especially if folks are learning. As more people come online onto the instance, they can come in and kind of see who like see how other people have built apps in the past without going in and breaking things and moving things around.
Is there can this be viewed or when a user has changed these permissions, is that in a log somehow, or recent activities?
Yeah, here it is. Yeah, so yeah, so oh, that's good. I didn't actually know that. So if I come in here and add someone as an editor, there it is. Yeah, it shows up here on the recent activity.
Yeah. Is there a way to filter that log, or do you just have to scroll through it?
I think you have to scroll through it. Let me see, because we added more APIs. No, not yet. Because you see, you can get app groups, for example, that contain all the apps that they have within them. But yeah, no, you do have to scroll through it. So yeah, that was the first one. That's permissions, and then the other one is approvals. So approvals is kind of the like if you have a mechanical assembly or something, you often have to go through change order requests, and then a group of people have to approve them, and there's like a whole workflow that it goes through. So in Tulip, again, on the individual app, you can come in here and create approval types. So the first thing, for example, if you want to come in here, assembly approval. So someone, I don't know, the team, the process engineers, who you make sure that everything assembles correctly. Perfect. You can create a custom approval type. By default, you'll see that on your instance, you have manufacturing, compliance, and engineering. You can delete these as necessary if they're not used in any apps. But then once you've created that, you come in here and you can enable them on individual apps. So for example, if I now enable this one, the assembly one, I can assign any individual admin or account owner to the approvers list. So if I add myself, I'll click submit, boom, just like that. Now we have it in the approvals list. Now what happens in the approvals list is when somebody goes in to publish it, 1 second, let me just sign because I have 2 accounts. Oh. So for example, here, I'm on the, because I signed myself a viewer only. Let me see if I have an app that I can show you. Yeah, so for example, this one here, if I come back in here into the approvals, okay, I'm now mechanical engineering approval. So if I come back into here, edit it, go to publish the app, and you'll see the first thing you'll see is that this version needs approvals. If you had multiple approvals required, you would see them all listed up here. You can say, okay, description of change, step 2, changed, describe all the changes, button X. Then when you go to publish version 2, you'll see that it's pending because the people need to come in and approve it. If you see here, I've received a couple of emails asking me, let me just open them up. Yeah, so here you see I received an email saying, okay, this app version 2 is pending your review. So then if I come in here, open up follow this link, I'll basically get, I'll go to this page, and here I have, okay, now this is a bit strange because it's myself who published and is reviewing, but it would be someone else typically. Change step 2, button X, and then I can approve or reject. Approve, submit, boom, and then asks you for your credentials again. just like that. And now it's app version 2. The version is ready. You can see that, here it was only me, but there are other people. There'll be multiple icons with the check marks. And of course, it's important to use this in conjunction here on the shop floor. You only want to run the most recently published version. So
the approvals list is that like in a specific order that one should approve first, or is it that anyone can approve?
No, it's anyone can approve, but they all need to. And here you can, like, this is an or, so either myself or Gil can do it, whoever gets to it first. But say I also enable this one here and put, I don't know, Josh in here. Now, engineering and mechanical engineering need to come in and approve it. It doesn't matter the order. Yeah. Yeah, cool. Any questions on approvals or permissions? Any other questions?
No, I'm just trying to compare it with our. We have a system for approval, kind of all documents and software and anything. So yeah, I guess we have to combine it in some way.
Yeah. Yeah. So oftentimes organizations have this, and it's kind of like, finding the right balance of, like you're saying, having the existing system work in conjunction with this. But this is, I think especially if you can, for, well, depending on the use case, but if it's like something that doesn't affect the actual parts, maybe it's, I mean, I don't know. I think it's every case a little bit different, but yeah, I think it's good to know that these exist, and it's up to you to understand how they work in conjunction with your existing system.
Yeah, but in Tulip, there is only the whole number version. We can't publish a minor change like 1.2 or 1.3. So we can't. I was just thinking if it was at a certain level of change in the app, might not necessary to approve it in the other system, and it's just some thoughts how we can do it. But
no,
but here but that will be up to us how we will use this.
No, you're right. You cannot only have full number versions. I will mention that there's going to be more approvals and versioning coming to other components within the platform. So, for example, machines, kind of all the other assets. So this is like the first, I guess, version of versioning and approvals that is available in Tulip, and we'll keep adding to it. Okay, awesome. So now the last thing that I wanted to share is a library app for inventory management. So basically, this is a simple app that I think is, interesting to use as kind of like the base, I guess, that then other apps can interact with. So it's basically just a very simple way to manage inventory, a table that has the item number or item location, area, serial number, and quantity. So actually, just before I get into it too much, I just want to show that these are kind of like filtering options. So this is you can just come in here and search for things individually in your table. But I think it's a good app to kind of use as a base, like I was saying. And then if you have, like, for example, an app for quality control, that if there are parts that need to be scrapped, you can connect into the same table and then subtract items as they're scrapped. But let me see, like office hours. Two, if I were to add a new part, I'll say this one is in the cloud as well. Area 2, serial number, I can put in a serial number. I mean, just like to create a new one, I'll add 12. You'll see, yeah, here it is. Created this part here. I want to remove, now I consume 2 of them because they were scrapped. Come in here, subtract 2, and goes down to 10. So that one is the, let me see here, yeah. This is the app itself, you know, like all Agri apps comes with a video and an article describing how it works and how to use it, you know, like the data structure, you know, how it's set up, and this video that kind of walks you through how to set it up and use it. And I think this one's also pretty cool because there's also a mobile version. So I think it's in the video here. Yep, here it is. So if folks are using, you know, like you need to do an inventory check every X months, you can just come in here and you could scan it as well. There's the option to scan, move inventory, search for inventory, do all these things from the mobile version. Yeah. What do you currently use for inventory?
Well, we have our ERP system, so
okay.
QAD.
Yep.
So, but it's not something we use like an online tool. It's more like after a work order we update the system.
Oh.
So the inventory is not withdrawn until we update the work order for the next step.
Yeah.
But we are going to have some kind of integration to QAD from Tulip in the the shipping app. So there was always some. I was thinking it could be used as together with a Kanban system and something like that.
Yeah, for sure. You know, I think it's always important. Somebody had mentioned this in the US officers yesterday, but I think it's important to like have one source of truth. You know, so if you, oh, excuse me, 1 second.
Yeah, so it would just be the interface, kind of, so that the table will be, it will work or connect to QAD.
Yep.
Or Boomi.
Yeah, I think it is important to have kind of one source of truth.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So it depends how it works in conjunction with everything else, but yeah.
But it's good to know that it's there, and there are many interesting apps. So
yeah, and even if you just use it to learn, you know, you kind of like you can download the app and install it into your instance, and then see you know how it's set up. I think it's always a good way to learn Tulip as well. You know, just seeing how others build that.
Yeah, I have a question. I'm using this. What is it called now? I'm using this query let's see here.
You want to share your screen?
Yeah, I'll do that.
Oh yeah.
Just a second. Screen. There it is. Okay, can you see this?
Yep.
So this is just part of the shipping app, and you can look here first. What I do when I hit the bottom to confirm that they are done with the shipping, the whole shipment, or I think it's the picking part. Yeah. all parts are picked, and then I just check has yeah, that is what I check, if is there any parts left or items left. Then I just warn them, and nothing else happens. And then if there are some changes in the location for some parts or serial number, then I want to print out a change list for all those items. So I check for that. Is it greater than 0? Then I will print. So
Okay.
yeah. Yeah. Otherwise, if none of the above is true, then I check that the items count is changed item count is 0, and then I just do this. But
Okay. Store the info. Okay.
yeah, so then I go to this step, update the data with a timestamp, and go to complete shipment. But this didn't work yesterday, and I can't see why. But what I use here is this count function in the query. So it's not a variable I have. This yeah, this here is just the count function in the query, the aggregation. Can there be problems with that?
No, I haven't seen problems. Have you tried just displaying this on the app itself?
Yeah, I'm displaying the number.
You're displaying it, and there is information stored in there.
These were both. So I just check here that there are no. Let's see here. Continue order. So this is how many items there are left in an order, I think.
Yep.
And that is in the level above. For there is this shipper number that can contain several orders.
Oh, okay.
So this is there anything in another order that is
Okay.
not completed? Yeah.
But for both of them, they do display information.
Yeah, just a number.
Okay, just a number. Okay.
And both were 0. And then we click this.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
so that this was 0. Count open order lines in pre-shipper. That is this count over, yeah, and that is in order, yeah. Yeah,
okay.
count changed items. That's another. It's not shown, but it did not show that message. So I guess it didn't go into this.
But if you're saying there's 0, this one won't execute because you have a greater to 0.
Yeah. So we didn't see that was executed, but I don't have a visual of that. But it didn't show this message here. So I guess it didn't run this. So it went to this.
Yep. Okay. Oh yeah. Perfect. And did this one run?
No.
No.
It
Okay.
didn't. It didn't put anything in this packing completed. It didn't put a timestamp, and it didn't go to complete shipment.
It just didn't do anything.
It just did some spinning with it. Something was going on, but it didn't do anything.
Huh. Okay. Do you mind closing this real quick?
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe let's just add a new button here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then if you just come in here, so the first thing I want to do, yep, you can add a trigger, and then let's just add a new action. Let's display message. That's what I often use just for debugging. Yeah, show message.
Show message. Yeah.
Yeah. Variable.
Okay.
No. Oh no, sorry. It won't be a variable yet. Let's try going to expression. Yep. Okay, and then here you can look for. Let's go down and look for the table aggregation.
Oh, there are quite a lot. What was it called? Which one is it you want to look for?
Oh, just any of them. I just want to see. Yeah.
How are they named now?
So you're still in the table records now.
A lot of users.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So you know what? Before this, let's just add another action in this case. Let's try doing this. Yep. You can move it up. We'll do data manipulation. Store. Data. Table aggregation. Yep. And then here, select the one. We want to one of them, for example, this one here. Yep, and then let's just store it in an app variable. So what I'm thinking is maybe if you're not seeing them execute, we may have to store it to a variable and then check in that variable.
Yeah, I've done that. I've seen that. I used it at some point to wanted to yeah, I can show you, but I have experience with that I need to store it in a variable before I can actually trust it.
Yeah, and did that work?
Yeah, it worked the way I wanted it to work.
Okay.
I can show you, but
No, yeah. I mean, okay, I was going to do that. So, oh, there it is. Count order lines. You already have the variable.
yeah, well, I'm not sure. I think that's the one that I mentioned for you now.
Yeah.
So it's used somewhere else.
Okay, so, but I mean, yes. So in this case, if you know this works, you can go ahead and delete this step. I mean, would it be a problem for you to add it? You know, you can have it in line in the same button, and then basically on the triggers in that main button that you have over there, just add a new trigger to store the aggregation to a variable before you do it. Just in here. Yeah.
So I just store this value before I use it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I can try that because this is kind of a live value.
Yeah, it still should work in the if. I remember using it a couple of weeks ago. I wonder if something has happened, but I've taken a note to go look into it.
Yeah, but it has worked earlier, so I don't know
Oh yeah,
why.
right.
I don't know what happened, and I'm not sure if they are. You see, I have this previous part here, and I think it can be messed up if they use that instead of these pre-programmed buttons that I have. There might be something there, but this is just look through the table and see if there are any items that are not picked yet. So, but I can look into it because I just I have not troubleshoot it any yet. So I discovered it yesterday.
Yeah.
And what happened is that we can't complete the shipment. So in Tulip. So, but
Yeah.
I will try to add or store it as a variable.
Okay. Yeah. And so is this here a variable over the button?
Yeah,
Okay. And
it's just hidden under.
oh, okay. See what you mean. Yeah. No, nice. It's cool. Yeah. Yeah, okay. I would try that, and then I'll look into why it's not allowing you to check the table aggregations in the if part.
Sorry, what did you say?
No, I said if in the meantime you don't mind storing the variable,
Yeah,
I think that's a good way to test, and I will look to see if this has been reported already, or if I need to create a new ticket for someone to go look into it. I'll do some investigation myself.
yeah, okay, great. I will do that, but we will not run a live test until next week. So,
Okay.
like middle of the week. So,
Okay.
but I will get a test before next office hour. Before the next office hour.
Okay.
Okay. But let's see, where was it? Yeah, I have these here, and this is just used to clear when they scan with the ProGlow scanner. They there is a similar list on this left side. So when they scan the item, it will be picked automatically over here without hitting a pushing the button. and if it's then it will sort this left side with that item number. So if there are 3 items of that, it will have those in the list just so you can focus on them. And after when all are you have picked all 3, this left side is cleared, so you'll see the whole all the items that are in the order. So that I use this these function or
Nice.
these function here for, and I also have.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's but it's like 3 ways to pick it. You can either use just this, then you first click in like this and select it here, and then click. Or you can scan and use the GS1 barcode, and you can also use a 2D code.
Oh, nice. You mind just opening one of these triggers?
Yeah, I can do that, but
Yeah, just anyway. Yeah.
it's just some.
Oh, nice. That's great. Yeah. Are you? Yeah, it's perfect. You're also familiar with regex, right?
Yeah, I use it, but I'm not. I can't say I know it.
Yeah. Yeah. But you know it exists and how it can be used.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I don't get it, so I had to test in this website.
Oh yeah, regex 101.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is really cool.
So, but I want to expand it to be able to. So these are simple to pick because they have serial number, and so I will get a unique ID or indirectly. I think you put me into this to the idea how to use this. You helped me with this in an office hour.
Oh,
so
nice.
I just filter out by the serial number, then pick the ID of that line, and then pick the ID afterwards that it's and tell that ID has been picked.
Okay.
Yeah, so we go in and filter out by the serial number, find the ID, and then fill in the timestamp for that ID.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, but we also have these items that are not serialized. So I want to add that, yeah, like this one. So, or this one is better. There's a quantity of 8. So if they scan this, it will not be picked. It will just be filtered on the left side. And what I want to do is to tell them to scan the location. And then I will, by that, I want to go into a count mode. So it will increment for each time they scan the same article, the picked quantity will increase. And when they reach the quantity of 8, I want to pick it, this line.
Oh yeah, awesome.
But I'm not sure if I can find it in the table. So, but I guess I need to figure out if these 3 variables are enough to get a unique ID of the.
Yeah, I was going to ask.
Filter it out.
Yeah, what is the ID? What is the first column in this table?
Just a random number.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Or not that random. It's I put together 3 or 4 of these fields.
Yeah.
So that I can get a unique value.
Yeah. So in that case, you should be able to, in the scan, kind of build out the ID string and then check for that.
No, because we only get the item number.
Oh, okay. I see what you mean.
Yeah. Oops. Yeah, not the first one. But let's see. Okay, so I think there is at least the location and no, not the order. Yeah, but it's a combination of some of these values.
Yeah.
So they are unique.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, I can't tell in which of these triggers here I use this. I do store this value here, and let's see. No, that is just get cool. No, I can't tell.
Okay, yeah. If you do come across it, feel free to share it.
Yeah. Okay, but I will definitely try the same in in the other issue where I use like the live value of the aggregation.
Yeah. Okay, awesome. Are there any other questions?
No, not for now.
Okay. Yeah, let us know how it goes. I'll also investigate myself and see if I can find anything. But yeah, that was awesome. Thanks for sharing that. And if you want to share the Pro Glove on the community post, you'll have a pretty good chance of winning the Edge MC.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ovi.
Okay.
Have a great weekend. Speak soon.
Thank you. Bye.